Hello, beloved air signs. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a reading for you. This is a general reading for the air signs. This can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I hope that you find this relevant and engaging, and I hope that it helps you a little bit in your life. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Hello, thank you air signs for tuning in. This is a general reading for the air signs now. If you are here, if you are joining, if you're down to this video, this reading is for you. This is specifically directed and geared for the air signs. In astrology, that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Whatever archetypal system you use that has elements or is likely to be air elements in that. So if there's like I Ching or runes, I'm sure that there's air elements in a lot of different systems. With the air element, we're talking about mental energy. So we're talking about thinking, thoughts, perception, formulation. But we're also talking about how things are placed. We're talking about balance, aesthetics. We're talking about human relations. We're talking about communication in a lot of different ways. We're talking about humanity. We're talking about populations and groups of people. And we're just doing a quick shuffle and drawing cards for the air signs while we talk about and invite the air energy in. Today, for me here, it is a little bit windy outside. It goes really well with the air energy. I've been breathing a lot, doing a lot of deep breathing exercises. And that for me is a lot about the air energy. I would say that the air energy goes well with fire because it goes well with movement. So I'm picking up on a lot of fiery energy here. A lot of movement of air, movement of breath. Not necessarily sitting and discussing things as much as putting ideas to movement or being moved by one's ideas. So I'm not sure exactly why I'm picking up on a lot of fire energy in there, but there must be movement, maybe a change, maybe a transformation. This can be about change of perception. This can be about different ideas coming in, new ideas and new inspiration. I just like to pull one of these from the Sacred Earth Oracle for the air signs. Right now I'm inviting uplifted thoughts, uplifted images, inviting cleansing and clearing away as needed. So now I'm seeing air with water, actually, kind of cleansing through our thoughts. Awareness of thoughts is air and air. Being aware of them and not absorbed by them or not surrounded by them. So that's, emotional and air energy together. If you're having any type of troubles with recurring unwanted thoughts, just take a deep breath now and take time to tune in. We can invite cleansing, we can invite movement. It's good to be aware of your thoughts, to give yourself the time and space to sort through whatever it is you're thinking about or going through, and allowing your thoughts to be part of your emotional process. Well, we're just going through all the elements with air. What would air and earth look like? Practical ideas is the first thing that comes to my mind. Drawing 4 cards from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Practical ideas. The way things are arranged, like altar space would be a really good air and earth energy. I guess we're just really looking for harmony and balance with everything right now, air. We're really looking to take into account all the different types of energies with our mental faculties, or our ability to think about it and to find logical solutions, and to apply all the different areas, all the different interests, maybe synthesizing everything together or gaining new perspective about it. This is the Medicine Woman Tarot. The Trickster just popped out. So we are removing and eliminating what doesn't need to be there as far as what we perceive and what we believe. If there's any fears or anxieties, just give time to yourself within them. Be aware that they're there, and remember your body, remember your breath, bring your awareness to other things. You will find your way through whatever's going on. Whatever's popping up for you, you will figure it out. Okay, we have some movement, and I think we're ready to do about 5 cards here with the Medicine Woman Tarot. I didn't cut the deck, but you know, the Trickster probably, that kind of counts as a deck cutting, so. Air element. Welcome, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or any other archetypal elemental air affinity or association. We're going to start our reading here with the Wild Unknown Tarot. The first card we pull is the Seven of Wands. So we're talking about new ideas and new inspiration. This is a group, how do I say? This is a group of wands. This is not just one wand, but one wand is getting the main attention. So I'm seeing our thought cycle and our thought process, where sometimes we give more attention to one aspect of our thoughts than the others. Maybe there's stuff you're trying to push away or sort through, or ignoring or neglecting. But mostly I'm just seeing creative inspiration. Maybe there is a thought that you need to focus on more. Maybe the other ones aren't as important, and maybe it's time to prioritize and streamline your inspirations. Maybe you need to start writing your ideas down. This is a great start of the reading. This is good creative inspiration. Second card, we have the Ten of Swords, conquering. The swords have conquered, but it's not pretty. It's not necessarily pretty. Again, we see the energy of being one within a group, but here I see standing one's ground and conquering no matter the cost. Just make sure that your goal and your path is good and beneficial, because you're going to get back what you sow, or what you reap comes back to you. So just make sure that you are focused on the positive. This could be really maintaining a good positive focus on what you really want and going for it. Third card that comes up here is the Ten of Cups. We have emotions. We have community collaboration, receiving and exchanging emotional ideas or threads. This is purposeful thoughts, thoughts that are connected to a larger picture and that have category, that each have an assignation or a color. I'm definitely seeing like gathering, researching, and really bringing everything to completion, like figuring out what your final steps are, and weaving together your emotions and your ideas. But it's definitely focused on one specific task or goal. It's definitely here to be victorious and seeing, let's see here, new ideas coming in. What are the specific words? You're thinking too much. Air signs, how many times have people told you that? You think too much. There is a focus on a specific task. Just make sure that it's the focus that you decide and that you want, and go for it. This is your ability to be able to go for it and conquer it. But this is also like, look how much you're focused on that. Find balance. Definitely find balance. And it looks like there's something that is actually taking your awareness that doesn't need to be anymore. That you need to shift your focus into your emotions and be aware of your emotional process, along with whatever thought it is that's really like recurring It's just a very recurring, repetitive, focused thought. And it could be good, it could be bad, it could be both. There's probably a lot going on with it, but there's definitely something that's relentless on your mind. And it has to do with the fire energy, so it's definitely charged. It's definitely like needing to be looked at, but it needs to be applied into your emotions. Don't get stuck on the thought or the idea. Don't get stuck on the goal of conquering. Make sure to move it. This is your what's your next step forward? Well, you need to focus on what you're feeling. You need to focus on what other people are feeling. You need to learn how to collaborate. You need to learn how to open your perspective a little bit through emotional awareness. There might be things you need to say sorry for. There might be things that you need to apologize for. But that's not the main issue. The main issue is that you need to redirect your focus so you're not being tortured and you're not torturing others with whatever it is that's being a repeated thought form or thought cycle. So just bringing awareness to your thoughts, bringing in a holistic perspective, and finding a way to refocus on yourself and your overall like holistic process, not necessarily that one goal or ideal. Like that's already been done. You already know that. You have that intention done. Move on to the next thing. Figure out about your cup. Have you heard about having a cup? I have a cup and it needs to be full so I can share with other people. I need to feel recharged in my emotional battery and I need to collaborate with other people. This feels like you might have gotten drained or might have had to expend a lot of energy toward a certain goal. And it's time to open up to ways of replenishing yourself, open up to new ways of thinking and going about stuff. And maybe instead of one goal that you conquer, you're going to have 10 goals that you conquer. This is an expansion on your ability to be able to really wrestle with a big thought form and put it into action or to get it taken care of. This is like, man, there's a lot of fire and air energy. This is like the ability to take this motivation energy and apply it toward your goals and really like, let's get this down, let's get this done. And as you expand into your emotions and let your emotional awareness expand, it's only going to help you with whatever it is that you're able to do. But no one's getting in your way. But instead of no one getting in your way, why don't you help and support with other people? That's kind of what this is saying. It's like, man, you are relentless in whatever you get done. Imagine if you help other people to be able to achieve that in their lives, or imagine if you can, I don't know, I just see igniting other people or maybe collaborating with other people who are also this way. Maybe this is like, I saw a group of artists that are just like, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going to get my art done. And they come together and they have a whole show together. It's taking your singular focus and expanding it. Let's go with Medicine Woman Tarot next. Let's get some more insight on what it is that's happening, because there's definitely a little bit of like painful stuff, but that's definitely not the main issue. I think the main issue is just taking what you've already achieved and making it better. But let's see. 7 of Stones, taking the harvest to the lodge. There's a sense of success and achievement, individual success, but more than likely it's group efforts overall. That's just kind of how life is. When you're gardening, usually there's more than one person involved as far as getting the products to you that you need and to use and taking care of each chore and task. But there's a singular focus within community efforts here. Harvest, abundance, bounty as well. So good creative energy. There's a devil, that's what popped up, and it popped up again when we drew the cards. So there's the trickster energy, something coming in that, you know, with air and the trickster, a lot of this is about perception of thoughts. A lot of this can be actually the thoughts themselves getting caught up and thinking that they're the only thing, that the thought or the idea or the vision is the only thing. That could be the trickster or the devil that might be keeping you caught or that needs to be overcome for the next step. Again, I see recurring thought that won't go away, getting caught up or trapped in thoughts. And a lot of it is, again, perception. Let's see, addictive behaviors coming in here strong. So because of the creative inspiration leading to kind of an overkill, we're seeing the trickster as getting distracted or getting too caught up in something. So let's see, hopefully this card will help us to figure out how to like open or how to move through into the next step. The Nine of Bowls, so clearly we have collaboration with others and we have emotional energy. The nine is part of the process of getting to your goal. There might be new emotional awareness that you've received. Maybe the way you've gone about things has caused you pain in the past, and now you're coming to a new realization of how to go. Like, you're still going to have fire and you're still going to have these goals, but maybe you're going to open up a little bit more and be a little bit more soft-hearted or playful or fun or open to work with other people. And then there is an end goal. There's an island that they're canoeing toward here, and there's people waiting for them on the island. So there's something waiting for you. And there's definitely skills that you've built up. You can definitely get at it. There's the harvest and the bounty, but at what cost? So I think now it's just like a reassessment of what is the emotional cost on what your energy does. And then not as a cost only as a bad way, but as a cost of like, how can I be more efficient and how can I be better? How can I even be, this is a lot of energy to get stuff done, but how, if you're efficient in that and it expands, then there's probably like a new world opening up. Either opening up or ready to open up based on your decision, like you deciding to open up to something new or a new way of doing things. Right now, I got a message about family. This could be something that you learn from your family as an instinctive behavior of how to get stuff done. And it's probably going to be up to you to heal some of the family traumas that come along with it. Whatever it is, the emotional baggage or the emotional cost of getting things done this way, you're needing to open a new path and open up a new way of doing things for yourself. The Emperor, command, authority. You do have authority, and even because of your trials, you have authority. Even because of anything that might feel upsetting or painful, I'm actually getting like a lot of stuff in my stomach, a lot of stuff being held on to emotionally in order to get stuff done. And just remember that like within that, there's power. That's all just pent up energy, and it can be directed and focused through introspection, through music that you like, maybe even just like watching shows that are meaningful. Try not to binge too much. There's a lot of rest and relaxation and acceptance, but it looks like you're needing to decide how to direct your energy better. And that shouldn't be too bad for you. I think that because of whatever that fire and air that you have naturally, this is maybe just bringing ground to it all and just creating space so that everything can settle, can percolate, so that your creative projects can take new form, or your vision, plans, and goals can take a new form. You have it. This is a confirmation that you're on the right path, even if there's been upset in the past. There's success and there's challenges in the past. So then bringing those together, you can find ways to be more successful with less challenge. Efficiency, bringing efficiency to the entire process. And I mean, this is air energy here. So this is about brilliant creativity, brilliant ideas, the ability to communicate, languages, not as a set, but as like what's your colloquial language? How do you talk? How do you speak? But also, what's your internal language? How do you think about yourself? How do you view yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you keep faith in yourself, in your plans and your projects? Maybe you have faith in your plans and projects. Do you have faith in your emotional process? Do you have faith in your relationships? It's just asking you to really assess everything and make sure you're not putting yourself out into the world at too much of a cost. Take care of yourself and create success within yourself based on your ability to decipher, your ability to decode, your ability to, perceive and rearrange, your ability to go after a task and get it done. 5 of Arrows. Okay, this is a card I'm working on right now. So there's a woman with food and she's eating, and then there's people who are hungry and they're kind of coming up to her, and she's not really sharing. And I used to always take this, the reason I'm working on it is because I always used to take this to be negative, like the card is telling me that I have to share or that I'm being stingy. But the truth is, every card has so many different readings, so I think it's actually saying to hold your own here within collectives and within groups and emotions. That's okay, but that there's a cost. It is actually saying to share right now. As I pulled this card out, that became very clear. Learning to share your gifts, learning to share your ideas. Maybe in your head you have a creative imagination and you have a really creative thought and resource, but you're just keeping it to yourself. Maybe there are other people in the world who are really hungry for new ideas and that need you to actually share and collaborate with them. Maybe you're able to get your tasks done in the world, but there are people who don't know how to do tasks. Like they might have skills that you can learn from, skills that you can benefit from, but they don't necessarily know how to do what you do. If you are able to share, it is continuing to open up a new, beautiful possibility here. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think that it's also like if you are holding on to your creative gifts and creative vision, you're not only starving other people of receiving that, but you're starving yourself of being able to share it. Because when we share our gifts and when we share our brilliance in healthy and safe ways, it helps feed us and our brilliance becomes better as well. So there is a need to reach out of yourself here. There is a need to treat yourself better internally so that you can then reach out and connect easier with other people. There's a need to reassess your emotional process and make sure that you are getting everything that you need and that you are sharing. Sharing doesn't have to be like service oriented. I honestly think of just like being at work and being open to talk to people is like sharing, like sometimes we have our own little spheres and they don't connect. Maybe we want to like protect them, or maybe we're afraid of connecting them. But it's like how we act in these different places needs to be unified so that there's not such a separateness, so that you can share that professional side and the side that knows how to get things done with your personal people, or so that you can share safely and healthily your personal self with people out in the professional or public sphere. Just like showing yourself, showing the vulnerable aspects that are safe to show. So this can be like your sense of humor. Of course, this is your brilliant insight, being open to sharing that with people who might need a little bit of help and guidance. Yeah, just be, I guess if you're in a place where you don't feel like you really want to collaborate with other people, or it's not that easy for you, which is weird because this is air signs. So usually air signs are just really good about this. But if there's something going on where you don't want to, take that as a sign that you need to do a little bit of inner work to clean up whatever's going on for you. So do what it takes to uplift your attitude, if that's what will help you to share of yourself a little bit more in the world. So some introverted air energy here, huh? It's not even just introverted. I think it's just like directly focused. It's saying like you have these multiple focuses, bring them in together, you'll find better harmony, and you'll be able to be more fulfilled in life. So next is the Shadowscapes Tarot. The Three of Pentacles, the World, the Queen of Wands, and then the Ten of Cups. So we're seeking a better harmony. We're seeking a better harmony. I see the person going to work, not showing their full selves, ducking their head, getting their tasks done, and having kind of a lonely life where you already know how to get tasks done. So now I think it's time to focus more on integration, harmony, and being more aware of your environments and learning how to shift your focus so that you are sharing with other people, so that you're sharing of your rich inner world and creativity with others, and so that you're receiving also from others. It's gonna create new perspectives, and it might bring in new talents or gifts for you, or it'll enhance your gifts that you have. It'll help you mature whatever it is that you've got going on. Because you have a lot going on. There's a lot of capability. And I think there's a lot of potential here to mature by showing up for life better. Uplifting your perspective, uplifting your attitude, and really taking command of your own thoughts. And finding a way to battle unwanted thoughts if they're relentless like that. Finding ways to redirect that energy. But there's definitely a shift here from feeling stuck, having challenges or being deceived, and then doing like clear introspection and clearing up your perception of yourself and of the world, and then engaging in the world in a fuller way so that you're happier and you and other people around you become more fulfilled. Then we have the Apparition Tarot. We have the Eight of Swords. This is that mental energy. This is seeing through the calamity, seeing through the chaos, and coming to an epiphany or a realization amongst chaos. So we'll put that there. That does go very well there. Building strength because of it, and starting a new project. So this is the keen observation. This is an air quality of being able to see through things. This might be air-earth energy. Because there's like perception, and there's deciphering, and there's decoding, but it's amongst what's going on in the environment. Very successful here. I mean, this tells a lot, but right now with the way that it's reading, this to me is more pointing to a gift that you can share, strength that you've gained because of what you can do, keeping your head up, seeing through illusions, making it through difficulties, being hindered or being obstructed, but making it through, or being successful. There's a lot of screen time on computers maybe, or a lot of focus on the project. Strength that's built. There's an inner strength now because of what you've done and what you've gone through, and it's leading almost directly, it wants to go almost directly into this new phase, which is starting a new project, starting a long-term project that ignites your fire. You had to use your fire to make it through. Now you're to a better place, and you can redirect your motivation to create what you actually want instead of having to expend all the energy to make it through obstacles. Just work with other people, but make sure that you are really continuing to center within yourself and gain a better self-perspective. And then it won't be as much of an effort. It'll be kind of streamlined here. It won't feel like effort. It feels like fun. It feels like something really fun to reapply toward. Okay, and then the last part of this reading, air signs, for now is the Sacred Earth Oracle. We have revision. So just going along with the overall theme, it's a redirect of your vision and your perception into something new. Let's see. Lately, I guess on a personal level, lately I've been feeling more able to redirect my thoughts and to not be as identified or caught up in my thoughts. And this for me has been about when I tend to villainize other people, or to create like where other people are wrong or other people are doing me harm, I realize that I'm limiting myself to who I'm interacting with by believing that way. And so what I've been doing is developing my own inner resilience and inner strength so that I'm not afraid of people. But that doesn't mean I believe everyone's a good person or everyone's out to do me good. It just means that I'm strong enough in myself that if something comes up challenging for me, it's not going to deter me, and it's not where my focus is. Like, yeah, there are people in the world who like to do harm to other people. I can build resilience in my own thoughts and my own being and my own perception about myself and the world to just have that not be a challenge or a difficulty for me anymore. I now know how to decipher, how to discern. I know how to choose myself when I need to above other people, but I also know how to make win-win situations so that I'm not focused on the challenges. So this is a shift in perspective for sure, and deciding where you're going to focus. Overcoming your fears and anxieties. And they're still there. They're still there. The devil's still here. The tricks are still here. The anxieties are here. Nothing has changed except for you and your perception and your goals. And it will change everything in your life. These things just don't matter as much anymore. They don't catch you off guard as much anymore. Definitely a shift. Sweet. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in, air signs. I hope that this helped. I hope this is encouraging and supportive and uplifting and magical. Oh, please help me. Please support me by subscribing, following, liking, commenting, engaging in my stuff. Really helps me a lot. And I hope to see you in another video. And I wish you the best of luck with whatever this shift is that's happening for you.